Atiku 2023, fix Nigeria. Atiku 2023, fix Nigeria. Atiku 2023, fix Nigeria.
Alhaji Atiku Abubakar was born on November 1946 to a Fulani local farmer and trader in Dada village, Adamawa State. He completed his early education at Dada and secondary school at the Provincial College, Yola. He was admitted for a law diploma program at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. In the year 1969, he was employed at the Nigerian Customs Service and he rose to the position of a director. In the early 1980s, he ventured into politics as he worked behind the scenes of the governorship campaign. In 1989, he won a seat at the Constituent Assembly on the platform of the Social Democratic Party. After winning the governorship elections in 1998, he was chosen as vice president by then President Olusegun Obasanjo. The position of vice president kept him at the forefront of the economic policies of President Olusegun Obasanjo. He engineered the privatization process which culminated the unbundling of some federal government parastatals, notably NITEL. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar supervised the connection of over 100 million Nigerians in the global system for mobile communications, GSM platform. He embarked on politics that boosted the country's gross domestic product. Under his watch, EFCC, ICPC and BPE were all formed. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is a leader who inspires passion and motivation in followers. He is a man with a vision, a man who ensures the team has support and tools to achieve their goals.
You're looking for a chief executive that can hit the ground running, who has the prerequisite experience, who understands what the country is dealing with, who understands the issues, who is aware of what it takes, and when it comes to bringing ideas. Atiku has never come to a presidential contest without a plan. And I can guarantee you by the time you see the plan he has now, when he finally decides, you'll be amazed at how much work he usually does towards making sure that he can give Nigeria what Nigeria deserves.
The man has brought out a plan of how to address power. He's brought out a plan of how to build modular refineries so that we can have petrol or fuel all over Nigeria. He's brought out a plan to build small power stations so that we are not dependent on just a central power station with a central bit and then, like we just have this nationwide shutdowns. So the man has a plan. He is fit. He has shown ability to create jobs. Why will I not support him? Why will I not support him? Name a young person currently, right now, who has a plan that is better than this man, and I will leave him and I will support that young person.
Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has empowered over millions of Nigerians and will continue to do so. He is a captain of industries. He has the ability to create employment and end youth unemployment, industrialize Nigeria, and attract foreign investors.
Actually, the APC's campaign does not bother me. What bothers me is what I want to re-establish our bilateral relationship with the United States so that we can get United States investments back into the country to create the jobs, to create prosperity for our people. That is more important for me.
We have our own, unique challenges in Nigeria. One of these challenges is that Nigeria has a very, very high unemployment rate. So you see that we're having insecurity all over Nigeria. The reason why is because we have a very high youth unemployment. We have a very high youth unemployment. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar currently employs 50,000 people. He's paying them above minimum wage. This is a man that has consistently throughout his life shown that he knows how to create jobs.
We need somebody who has businesses everywhere. We need somebody who have the interests of the young people at heart. We need somebody whose children are here doing politics and schooling and doing everything here. We need somebody who has built companies, industries, who is the highest employer of labor. And I bet anybody, those pretenders to the throne, to tell us where they have established anything, where they have employed any young Nigerian anywhere in this country.
He is a detribalized Nigerian and a unifying factor that Nigeria is in dire need of now. He will bring an end to tribalism and nepotism.
In Atiku Abubakar, we clearly have a better person. we clearly have a person who has better exposure to all the facets of this country. We probably have somebody who is very much at home everywhere, in the east, in the north, in the southwest. So when you are looking for somebody who has that kind of exposure, I have not seen any better person than Atiku Abubakar. And when you look at the challenge that we have as a country today, I guess, all reasonable people think that it's time for an Atiku Abubakar to run.
Everybody knows me. I don't label anybody, either ethnically or religiously. And as leaders, we should try as much as possible to bring all our peoples together to understand themselves.
Atiku has invested all his life in this country. Atiku has done everything. Atiku knows that I am an Igbo man, and Atiku treats me like his brother. Atiku knows that southern people, Atiku has more friends in south than we are not doing, and we are not asking that nobody should contest. But in as much as we are not going to deprive anybody of their fundamental human rights of voting and being voted for. But we are saying that at this point in time, we need a messiah. That we need somebody with all the requisites of bringing Nigeria out of the woods. And the only person that we know that can do that as it is now, that has the record, that all his credentials are there, is His Excellency Atiku Abubakar.
Yeah, we need someone that can make us one until our enemies are known. Look at the man, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. This is a man who comes from a northern aristocratic background. And this is a man who does not see people through the eyes of tribe or religion. So we need that kind of person to build unity in the country.
We want to thank you for finding time to come, because we believe that you are part of us. And you are our own as the Zegemure Utiv. The great shelter of the Tiv people. This is your home. And so we're happy to receive you and to thank you for making time to come.
He is healthy, physically and mentally fit to lead Nigeria.
From what we've seen in the past years and the past election cycle, that some of these 5 elements will characterize and determine who becomes Nigeria's next president. One is the age and fitness of the candidate for office.
I'll just say very simply, without wasting time, hand over the country to Atiku. Why? The last time he was in the country, I asked him a very serious question. I said to him, look, you have gone for your medicals in Germany. And I said, I have an idea of the result. He said, how did you know? I said, because I'm interested in this thing. Do you know what the result was? The result was that Atiku Abubakar was healthier than almost every other person that followed him there, including younger people. He's one of those lucky ones who somehow nature has just kept him for this purpose.
He is intellectually sound and well educated. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar believes that education remains a catalyst to a prosperous country. He has built numerous schools and offered scholarships to the less privileged.
The educated person is more an autonomous person. So in a way, you can say that education is freedom. Education is autonomy. When you are free, you take more decisions based on what you desire. It is with the individual, so it is with nations. Education is a social good.
In the year 2020, the nation saw a great uproar from the youths. The young people gathered in masses to say no to bad government.
We are not only protesting for SARS, we are protesting for Nigerian government. What is going on? Sir, we really need to know what is going on in this Nigeria. We need to speak out. I still believe we youth are the power of this country.
But their requests were greeted with bullets as it fell on deaf ears. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar had this to say about the unfortunate outcome of the EndSARS protest.
I woke up this morning and did the unusual. I called to speak to all my adult children
I did so because I wanted to be sure that they are safe. I also wanted to be assured that the event of yesterday was a nightmare, but it was real. This is our new normal. As I speak, many parents and homes are in mourning. Their children mowed down in their prime by needless show of force by security forces that were supposed to be protecting them. For over a week, our young people have been trying to draw our attention to their grievances by way of the NSAS movement. Sadly, it reached a violent crescendo yesterday with the unprovoked killing of unarmed and peaceful protesters, even while they demonstrated their patriotism by singing the national anthem. I am heartbroken at this turn of events and deeply condole with the families of the victims. I feel their pains and the pains of the injured and maimed. I call on our armed forces to show restraint. No more lives must be lost. Absolutely none. We must face our common enemies, not our brothers and sisters. And our foes are the terrorists and insurgents who seek to end the Nigerian way of life. Finally, I urge President Muhammadu Buhari to speak to the nation, even as he speedily implements the demands laid out by our young compatriots. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and thank you.
Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is woman and youth friendly, going by his numerous youth and women empowerment programs.
I believe the younger people require my experience, they require my tutelage, and they require my leadership to be able to be successful also in their own during their own time.
So Nigeria is facing a number of challenges at the moment. The economy, not least of them. Even though the country has come out of a recession, there's still a long way to go. What would you do differently from the current administration?
Particularly as far as opening the country to the private sector and foreign investment, which currently it is not at its best, because I remember when we came in 1999, we liberalized the economy, opened up the economy and allowed the private sector to come in and invest, and also promoted Nigerians also to invest. I think this is what I see lacking in the present administration.
What are your views on gender equality?
As far as the party is concerned, the PDP, since our inception, we have always given women a quota in terms of whether appointment or election into party offices or in government. And you know the PDP government, if you look at our record, we have had more women ministers in our cabinet than any other government. This is the only government that is not PDP anyway, and it has less women in government. In my microfinance bank, I said 80% of the loans should go to women. And
why is that?
Why? Because if you want to take people out of poverty, empower women.
Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has a widespread acceptance across the country. He is a friend to the North, South, East and West.
I assure you that Atiku Abubakar is the right candidate for the job because he has been tested. We have seen what he has been able to do. He has the experience, he has done it before, and he's a good manager of men and resources.
Nigeria is at the crossroads politically, economically, and needs a leader that would unite the country, create employment, and improve the economy as well as ensure security. And there is none more capable than the man, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, for he is the right choice for a Nigerian.
I am aware of the daunting challenges faced by visionaries as they struggle to create a nation out of amalgam of communities, creeds, and experiences. It requires, among so many other things, a resort to a blend of steady and experienced hands with the talents, initiatives, drive and flexibility of our young, vibrant men and women. The willpower and empathy required to fix Nigeria will need a leader who knows both the historical and contemporary issues of our generations. Nigeria, and indeed Nigerians, will be safe in my hands, and together we can halt the slide and redirect our collective resources to build a prosperous country. Atiku Abubakar is always about Nigeria first.
We are praying that the next election that is coming up, you will be the next president of our country.